Of course, you can build a fancy product, but in the end, this is marketing game. Because obviously, if, for example, we have someone who building the same stuff, but they have marketing budget, obviously we are disadvantaged.
Oleg, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Oleg, from Moscow to Dubai, so the first question that comes to mind is, why did you decide that Dubai would be the right place to open your company?
Look, my question, my answer may be a bit unusual, but usual for Russian, because we have very strong constraints now to set up business elsewhere. So ideally, I would try to set up in the US. That's the normal way how startup goes for fundraising, but this is just closed for me, same as Europe. Yeah, so Dubai appeared to be. So I was looking for a location which is internationally recognized, but at the same time flexible to founders with Russian passports.
Okay. And did you feel like it's a business-friendly environment?
Definitely, yes. If you speak about regulations, all this setup, bureaucracy, so it's obviously less than in, say, in EU or probably in the US. And this especially important for early stage startups because you want to be focused only on your product or getting users. So you don't want to onboard on many like reporting stuff or paying taxes from the very beginning of the story. So yeah, from that point of view, Dubai is a good place.
Okay, interesting. And I downloaded the app. I was going through it, and I was thinking, this is the type of application that I would build if I face this problem myself. Like, I feel like this is kind of a personal app. I want to go back to the origins of the idea, like why you decided to go and
Yeah, yeah,
build
this is
Herodot.
yeah, this is exactly a personal story because I remember exactly the moment 10 years ago I had long project in Rome. I was working for BCG, a consulting firm, and I spent 3 months here, and I had a lot of time to walk around the city. And you know that it's very historical place, and actually every stone has its stories. And I was actually dreaming, what if I had an app which I can just take and ask about like any old building, church, or even like column anything else, and it will tell me about it. Because very often you find that even like very modest building, it's actually has fantastic stories behind it. And this type of traveling to me is much more engaging, insightful than just walking around, eating pizza, drinking wine, and yeah. And obviously at that point it wasn't just possible, but I was observing how AI develops, and at some point, it was maybe 2 years ago, I just looked at what AI can do now, and it was kind of like bingo moment because now I can build my dream app, which simply can tell me like a companion, a guide about anything, and it's not focused on single location. So from day one, it works literally everywhere in any language. So yeah, it appeared to be like a very nice idea. And initially it started like a pet project, but I hope it will evolve in some bigger story.
So Oleg, you come to a new city, you open the app, and the app itself is basically a map where you can just find different historical sites and then immediately understand the background behind them, right?
Yes. So what you can do, basically there are three main functions. So you can just ask about all location. For example, you are in certain district in Rome, it sees your location and it will tell you about like its history, what to see here. Another way, you can literally tap any object on the Google map, which is integrated into the app. And it can be like big landmark or maybe not some obvious object, but if it's interesting point, it will certainly tell you a lot about it. And you can also just snap a photo. And if it's like something clear enough, it can be also building, maybe even like element of the building or piece of art, for example, painting, and it will tell you about it immediately.
Oleg, the question that comes now is, are you a technical person?
Yes. So look, my main business now is a quant hedge fund, which I'm running. So I'm in tech business for more than 10 years. And now I'm not writing the code myself. Recently, I started to use AI tools, which are pretty cool. And we can talk about it if you like. Yeah, but overall, I understand tech and I know how to write the code. I know how to manage a team of developers.
So you're managing a lot of money, but you're also building this app on the side.
I would not say it's like a lot of money. But there are some money, and I just do it for more than 20 years. I mean, trading, investing, building algorithms for trading. Yeah.
Interesting. And you're a co-founder of the company. So I'm wondering who's the other person.
We have two guys in the team. One is CTO, actually, who builds most of the product, and I am the person who is responsible for anything else. So currently, it's like funding, building the product, getting users, getting connections, partnerships. So everything is on me.
I mean, it's a great idea. I checked it out. It makes a lot of sense. I've been in those situations where I have no idea where to go or what anything means around me. But
Mm.
how do you scale this? Like talking about your responsibilities. So you have thousands of downloads, but how do you take this even bigger? What would be the next steps for you? What are the next big milestones for Herodot?
Look, the most straightforward way we try to do now, we're just trying to fundraise from VCs, and we need to build a marketing team. So we need dedicated people who are focused on marketing, digital marketing. Obviously, we need some budgets for advertising per se. But we also explore organic ways to grow, and there are many opportunities around. For example, we try to integrate to platforms like TripAdvisor, where you can just offer your experiences, and at the same time we try this monetization channel because we can also offer experiences inside the app. And this, I believe, actually, initially we started an app with the idea just to have it paid. But overall, the problem is that, so conversion rates, they were relatively okay, but overall, people don't like to pay for apps, right? So like in our case, maybe only 5% of people, they agree to pay, meaning that 95 of my downloads I just lose as users. And hopefully we applied for Google's AI startup program, and they accepted us and they provided some support. And so now we can save a lot on AI traffic, and we offer the app for free. So like a month ago or a couple of weeks ago, we made it fully free. and now we want to monetize via like offering some experiences inside the app.
That's a very interesting pivot. I did not expect this at all. I mean, for you to talk about experiences, it makes sense. I just did not expect.
Look, yeah, it totally makes sense. And as a strategy, I was always sure that this is the right way to go. But the problem that we have like variable cost, which is AI traffic, right?
Mm.
And if you don't have budget, you need to pay it yourself. Meaning that you cannot offer the app for free because otherwise you will just need to pay for it until you scale and you can monetize somehow else. But now, given that we can save on traffic, we can do it. And from a monetization point of view, this is much, much better because you don't ask user to pay for app. So it's, and this is like mentality moment because you are pretty comfortable, for example, to pay €7 for coffee in Starbucks, right? But at the same time, you don't want to pay for app because typically people used to get this for free. And you should sell something which people used to pay for. So this will be just much easier.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you say this because it is true that people will think twice before subscribing to any application, even if it's $5. But they will have, I like the example you gave, people will be willing to pay much more expensive for their coffees or things they're used to paying. But everyone's very skeptical about new applications. So I'm wondering how if I had a like I'm looking at a chart and can you explain to me a bit the attention the app got? So is it now rising? Is it plateauing? Since you made it free recently, do you see like a resurgence
uh,
of people?
Look, as I said, we made it free maybe a couple weeks ago, so I don't have very long stats. But yes, now, look, the point is that we have some stable amount of installs coming.
Mhm.
But if you have the paid app, you just cut 95% of it. Obviously, if you don't cut, you have kind of this snowball because people installing it, maybe they sharing with someone else, and you get more and more organic traffic. But again, so growing this way, I'm just not sure how fast it can be. So maybe in case of some luck event when someone big shares your app, he likes it, it can boost a lot of your organic traffic, but this is some bet on luck. This may happen, may not, so let's see. But obviously there is more proper way just to fundraise and to scale it like most businesses do, most startups do, because it's again we are speaking about like B2C or retail market, and of course you can build a fancy product, but in the end this is marketing game, because obviously if, for example, we have someone who building the same stuff but they have marketing budget, obviously we are disadvantaged.
Oleg, I would go a step further. I would say if someone builds a shit app and they have a perfect distribution model
Yeah,
to, then they will win 9 times out of 10. Because if people
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah,
know about you, even if you have the perfect product, they just don't know about you. You have no chance. But so it makes
yeah,
sense
that's
that you focus on the marketing.
100% true that 80% of success, of course, you should have a good product because you need to have good retention, good user feedbacks, all this stuff, and this all helps a lot to grow. Because finally, of course, you cannot grow only on marketing budgets. And if you look at like bigger projects. So, for example, I looked at guys like Get Your Guide, for example. These are marketplaces for local experiences,
Mm-hmm.
and their traffic is like 30% is paid, but other part is organic, and this is how you grow. But if you have bad product, you won't have organic growth.
Yeah, it makes sense. So I want to just touch point on fundraising a bit, since you mentioned it a couple of times. Do you have any experience whatsoever? Do you feel like what you're doing on the side with your hedge fund, does it give you an advantage or is it completely unrelated? How do you look at fundraising? Has it been a struggle? Is it a journey? Tell me a bit about it.
Look, to be honest, I work on fundraising, but it's not like doing it like crazy, because I know that there are startups where founders like 100% focused on fundraising, and they do it like a full-time job. In our case, it's not the same. So during the time we built it, I was mostly focused on product itself, make it good, make good statistics, retention, user feedbacks, just to understand. And maybe only now we are more or less ready and comfortable to go for growth, right? I look. I don't have experience in raising VC money. I was in asset management business. It's about fundraising, but it's a bit different product in terms of risk and checks and other stuff. But yeah, let's see.
Oleg, since your company is based in Dubai, but you do travel a lot. So my question to you is, are you searching for people or for fundraising specifically here in Dubai, or
No,
are you
no,
exploring
no.
opportunities?
Look, I tried mostly what I try to do is try to leverage my network. First, it's my business school network. So there are many people. I just got an MBA from INSEAD, and there are many people around the world who currently run their own VC firms or invest in like angels. There are many people like this in Dubai as well, but they're globally distributed. So we are not focused on GCC, and maybe even this type of product is not ideal, because if I look at GCC market, they still mostly invest in kind of like brick and mortar stuff, I would say. So it's not like Silicon Valley, where people used to invest in IT, digital, all this. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the world is changing quickly, so we don't know where things will be in a couple of years, but your story makes perfect sense to me. I wish you and the team the best. Thank you so much for doing this, Oleg. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.